so I'm a little bit under the weather, congested, night sweats, coughing, just feeling weak and chilly. And anyway, I don't feel well. But I'm going to still go downstairs to the gym for like 15 minutes, maybe do a little cardio. But I was thinking, with this whole relationship thing and how a lot of times, right now we have the what is it called, red pill, the manosphere, podcast culture, feeding a lot of lies to younger people. Like, thank God that some of us older OG players from the Himalaya know what's really real, right? But I feel really bad for the younger people coming in. I want to say early 30s, 20s, those folks that are eating this stuff up. It's really making men, their ideas towards women are just really ridiculous when I look at it. And yeah, so, sometimes I come across a lot of ridiculous takes on YouTube and TikTok, and, I quickly remove myself. But it's still good to be up to date with some of the thinking and the thoughts of certain men, right? So we could be well equipped. I'm not from that era. You know what I'm saying? A man, a woman liked each other. They told, they acted accordingly. They went on dates. Nobody was arguing about who was paying. Where we went wasn't a big factor. Like, I've had some really stellar treatment in the past from men coming to pick me up, taking me out, all that good stuff. Beautiful gifts. I've had that. And then I've had some terrible, terrible treatment. So I've been on both sides. But like right now, we're really at a crossroad. And I think it's this podcast culture. It is the pandemic that left us all isolated with nothing to do but listen to podcasts. That word simp is really key word for someone who respects women. And it bothers. Yeah, so in my opinion, the word simp is being widely used by these young people that have been infiltrated by red pill. It's like almost like a kind of manipulation that they do to these young people. Where it's like, I forgot the word that I'm looking for, brainwashing, right? Making them, really, it's just so disgusting. I can't even put it into words. I'm gonna have to start writing, because this is, thankfully my kids, I have an 18-year-old and a 23-year-old. I watch how they move with young women that they see, and they're really, really respectable young men, thankfully. A lot of this stuff is just really social media talk. You don't see that outside. You ever hear somebody refer to somebody else as a simp outside in real life? This is all false. It's all false information. But some people are really upholding this bullshit. There's another thing, and it's given men so much power and feeding their ego. And a lot of us, I'm guilty as a woman of feeding men's ego. I'm only going to tell you what you need to know. And of course, I like to treat the person that if I like you, I'm going to treat you accordingly, right? Even though I might know that this could never go anywhere, but I'm still going to, if I'm into you, I'm into you. I know this could never go anywhere. You're sort of like a placeholder. That's the label y'all give certain women too. We do the same thing. Yes, I like to play a little bit, and sometimes I know this is not going to go any further than us just kicking it, right? And that's fine if it's done respectably. Like, there are ways to go about things. You can still hang out. You can still go on dates if you are really friends, right? There's no need to treat the person on both sides, men or women, as an afterthought or as a leftover.